destruction. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others. I'm running away now. Fears are fading, won't stop bleeding. 'Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
Ladies and gentlemen, shit's about to hit the fan.
You're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max!
Hey yo, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's Max Wrestling episode 384. This is your captain speaking, along with the new television champion, El Jefe Moses Marquez, right there, the team title.
I would wear it, but taking it down is like a total pain in the ass.
And I would put mine up, but it's like a total pain in the ass too.
You get it.
Plus, I don't think I can make holes in these walls, so.
I will tell you, you could totally cheat it and go with the thumbtack route that I went with. It works fine, but yeah.
Blue tack ain't gonna do the job.
Nope, not gonna happen.
We are 1 week removed from Fight for the Knowledge and 1 week away from PromoSlam 2022. We got a busy July. We're predicting SummerSlam next week, but this week we're predicting our first Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, this Saturday. Plus, very little happened in WWE, and we're going to be talking Fyter Fest from last night, night two. So let's lay the talk down first because we keep forgetting. Well, I keep forgetting to do it. And I promise I will try to put it on TikTok this week.
You told the AEW guys to stay away. I don't play that game. So let's get into why.
I'm coming!
First of all, TikTok, we want to know. Let us know your predictions for Death Before Dishonor. Obviously, we're going to be predicting them this week on Max. We want to know your predictions too. And of course, if you jump on the Facebook group, you can compete for the Max Wrestling Predictions Championship.
There we go.
Goal. Topic number 2 we're talking about this week. Did Fyter Fest deliver? I've seen a lot of criticism for AEW lately, especially the last 2 weeks. So let us know what you think about Fyter Fest, whether it delivered or whether it sank like a fucking shark cage. And topic number 3, we very rarely talk about NXT, but how do you feel about Cora Jade binning her championship? We'll be talking about that this week too. So that's on TikTok. Do the thing, Stitch, duet, whatever it is you do. Comments, tag Max Wrestling UK, and lay the talk down with us. Now, let's jump straight into our headline this week. Death Before Dishonor predictions. We have never predicted a Ring of Honor pay-per-view on the show before.
Never.
Well, or on Facebook. So it's new for us. I mean, we've kind of drifted in and out of paying attention to Ring of Honor, but obviously now, because they're in a joint thing with AEW, we kind of have to pay attention to it.
We don't have much of a choice now. I'm just kidding.
No, they're sister companies now, both owned by TK. So
TK owns the world, they say.
A lot of the card is AEW guys, so it's not as if we don't know anybody. In fact, I don't think there's anybody on this show that I don't know. So that's a start. On the pre-show, we have Allison K versus Willow Nightingale. Allison K, of course, the former Sienna. Willow Nightingale was on Fyter Fest last night against Jade. So I don't know how experienced Willow Nightingale is. I think last night's the first time I've properly seen her.
Oh no, she is a Ring of Honor staple.
And
then on top of that, she has been getting just like the ultimate rub deep down from AEW. TK likes what she does. I like what she does. She's got a lot of charisma. She can move. She can actually work pretty well. The first time I saw her was I want to say an Impact pay-per-view
The
No,
name
no.
rings a bell.
Was it okay? I believe it was an Impact pay-per-view, and then I saw her again on the GCW. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Wow, how did I get those mixed up? GCW pay-per-view, and then I saw her again in Ring of Honor, and I was
Right.
like, okay, she's making her way, but she can do her thing. So like, I'm already pulling for her. Like, she's become silently one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's done a couple of Elevation, Dark, Rampage, so the stuff that not all AEW fans pay attention to.
No.
She was in the Owen Hart Cup tournament.
Mm-hmm. She was there, baby.
Wait, this was the second time she's faced Jade then, because she faced her at Road Rager too a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But in terms of predictions, I'm just gonna go with Allison K just because I'm more familiar with her.
Let's go. I mean, it is going to be nice to see her to see her outside of NXT. So let's see what she can do.
It's nice to see her outside of Impact in her imaginary feud with Charlotte Flair.
Imaginary feud with Charlotte. What in the world?
You remember that thing? So when Sienna was big in Impact, she was Knockouts champion and stuff. And Charlotte was obviously hot at the time in WWE. And her and Becky used to do this teacup thing with the finger, and Sienna got all pissy about it because she does that hand sign too, and she thought Charlotte Flair was stealing her gimmick. Then, of course, they both wear peacock feathers, so
sure,
you can't do what I do, you can't wear what I wear, kind of thing. It was a total divas feud.
That's what exactly it sounds like. You're pitching it like it's literally going to show up on the E Network.
Oh, no, let's avoid the E Network. All right, so Kay gets my pick. Who you going with?
I'm going with Willow Nightingale.
All right, there we
riding
go.
on her coattails. She's fun. She's fun to watch right now.
All right, we're split right from the get-go. So onto the main card. Man, where the fuck do we start? Let's go with the six-man tag match for the World Tag six-man tag team titles. The Righteous, Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch versus Dalton Castle and the Boys.
The Boys is back. Dalton Castle's back. Oh God, I love watching Dalton Castle. I love watching him with the Boys. To see this guy took, like, I swear to God, it was like a 2+ year hiatus.
Yeah,
I didn't see him for a long time, and he was one of those guys where they swear to God he was going to sign with the E, and then he had back injuries and this injuries and his knees and this, and then again 2, maybe 2.5 years, maybe even fucking 3 years for all we really know, he goes into hiding, and now he's back, and I'm loving it. And you had mentioned, like, you went through the whole card and the only person you weren't sure about was Willow. When I saw the name The Righteous, I was like, the fucking who? And then I looked and I was like, oh, it's you fucking nerds. Like, Why the fuck are you The Righteous? Like, what the fuck is... But I'm like, whatever, it's Ring of Honor thing. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah, well, I'm familiar with Vincent, but I don't know the other two.
Well, let's see. It was Vincent...
Bateman and Dutch.
Bateman and Dutch. What? I gotta look.
They sound like henchmen. I love blind predictions when we don't know people.
Where in the fuck do I know you? Oh, no, Ring of Honor staples. I was like, dude, those names sound way too dang familiar now. Yeah, it's just they're Bateman. I know Bateman more than I know Dutch, but Bateman. God, what kind of I want to say, like, Bateman's been, like, a big-time dude over in SoCal, too. But at the same time, they have, again, long-time Ring of Honor dudes. I can't say much more about them, really.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait, was Bateman in Skull's group? Villain Enterprises?
I believe so.
I
was about to say, it's like he is a recognizable face. He was used for a while. Yeah, about to say, especially if you remember the Marty Scurll days. Yeah. Are we allowed to say that name? We're going to get in trouble for that guy? I'm just kidding.
Well, if we haven't gotten in trouble yet, I think we're safe because, like, in your graphic, you've always got the villain t-shirt, so.
Yeah, there you go. I don't give a damn.
Wow, man, how long have they been champions? That
By the way,
usually
when this
helps.
guy randomly makes a fucking comeback and the world goes bananas, I'm like, oh, where the fuck have you been? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because that's exactly what's going to happen in like in 2 years. I can already feel it.
I will show them every thumbnail for the last 2 or 3 years of Max Wrestling, and you'll see the Villain Club T-shirt. All right, they've been champions since December, so not unimaginable for a change. So fuck it, let's go with Dalton and the boys.
I mean, there you go. If I'm not mistaken, the whole last pay-per-view was all title changes except for the world title.
Yeah, most of them were AEW. Actually, all of them were AEW guys. The ones that changed.
Yes, they were.
All right, that 2 for Dalton and the boys.
It's 2 for Dalton and the boys.
I can't say the boys normally. It's the boys.
The boys.
All right.
Like a peacock, you know what I mean? I love it all.
Let's go. We only got one women's match, so we'll save that for a little bit later on.
Okay.
Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia.
There we
for
go.
The pure title.
Love this. Danny Garcia, by the way, fucking tearing it up on the indies. PWG champ, put on bangers with fucking Bandito, and then turn around and did another one with Takeshita. So he is riding high right now. But I fucking love Wheeler Yuta, man. You know what I mean? It's one of these things where it's like, does the guy that's in the background doing a whole lot win big in Ring of Honor? But he's still just a guy in a staple for fucking Jericho? Or is this his like branching out moment? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For those even less familiar with Ring of Honor than we are, Pure Rules basically is as clean as a whistle. Closed fists are illegal. You only get, I think it's 3 rope breaks. Any more than that, you get disqualified, and you can only win by pin or submission.
There it is.
But Wheeler Yuta, he's kind of faded into the background of the BCC lately, but
big time.
I think he needs a little bit of a push to get his familiarity back. So let's go with Wheeler Yuta to retain. I think it's a little bit too soon to take the title from him. Plus, AEW really were pushing him up until that point. Like, he won the title and then he started fading.
I mean, the second you had reminded me of how he's just been dwindling, it makes me think of how he won that belt. He was the fucking underdog and against Josh Adams, and he went in there and he fucking beat the shit. What's his name? And beat the shit out of him. Beat the shit out of him, and it was a fucking brutal match. And that's what Wheeler shows. He shows a level of brutality, a level of strong style. If I can date myself 7 years ago. And I think that, you know what? I think you're right. This is one of those ones where it's like, it's working for him. Keep it on him. And this is where he shows his toughness. This is where he shows his worth, is with that pure title. So yeah. I'm gonna ride with you. Let's go with Wheeler.
Josh Woods, he defeated for the
title.
title.
You go, Josh Woods. I was like, who the fuck is Josh Adams?
There's plenty of time to push Danny Garcia.
Oh yeah.
The guy is, how old is he?
He's a fucking pup.
He doesn't have his age on his profile, so I don't know how old he is.
25, 26. He's like everybody, like all the other young nerds. He's not even, he hadn't even sniffed 28 yet.
Danny Garcia age. He is 23.
Fuck him.
He got plenty of time.
Are you fucking kidding me? 23 years. I mean, now I can keep fucking dogging on. I'm not even dogging on this, all praise, but I can keep praising him and all the other guys that are under 25 or 26, I should say, that are fucking stomping it out. But one guy goes untalked about, and he's fucking 17, murdering every weekend, and that's Nick Wayne.
Ooh.
Have you caught any Nick Wayne matches?
No, but I'm intrigued.
Okay. You know who Buddy Wayne is?
No.
Former WWF talent way back in the day. This is his son. got trained by Brian Alvarez and a bunch of other guys, and Lance Storm. He's been killing it ever since. He had a banger against Will Ospreay. He had what was the other one he had against? I can't remember that one.
Oh,
But Ric Flair's last match, that fucking show they're gonna have, he's in a fatal 4-way. It was him. God, who the fuck was in that fatal?
oh, that
4-way?
X Division one.
No,
Well, it's like a bunch of X Division guys, but
something like that. Here, I want to see if I can't find that card.
yeah, we went through it last week, and I remember a 4-way looking like a crazy flippy floppy match.
Flippy and the floppy and the flops with the flippy. Oh, nice. That fucking. You kid. Oh yeah, no. This is the. Oh yeah, Phoenix, Taurus,
Yes.
Laredo Kid, and Bandito. Yeah, no, not that one. Even though that one looks bananas. No, where'd you go? Oh, it was on there. Oh well. Anyway, it was Nick Wayne. I could have swore to God I saw it. It was that's got to be on here somewhere. It was just a fatal 4-way match with Nick Wayne. Let's see here, Nick Wayne. Yep, one time Nick. Anyway.
But I see him. He's like Mike from Stranger Things growing up to be a wrestler.
That's hilarious. What a way to put it. I fucking love that. I love that.
All right, we're both going for Yuta. Next up on the Willow Yuta's only 25 too.
Jesus Christ.
These young pups taking over wrestling.
Right? Fucking killing me.
All right then, Ring of Honor Women's Title. Mercedes Martinez defending against Serena Deeb. I'm gonna let you start with this one.
Oh God. All right.
It's a ladies' hoss fight.
It is a ladies' hoss fight. I mean, the reality is both of these ladies are stiff wrestlers. They are old school. They are not your average. They weren't your divas. They wanted to make that known back then when they first started fucking wrestling. Like, we ain't no motherfucking divas. We out here to wrestle. Serena Deeb has been the most technical wrestler I've seen this side of the fucking States. You know what I mean? And Mercedes Martinez, she is quite literally exactly what you said. She's a fucking lady hoss. You know what I mean? She has a technical aspect, but she is a hard-hitting brute. And it's great. Because she's also hot, which is fucking just, you know what I mean? What a combination. But that's the thing, though, too. It's like Mercedes, I mean, again, and this is the terrible thing, and I'll gladly take the blame, and I'll shake my hand, and shame, shame, shame. I should be watching Dark. I should be watching Elevation. I apologize. But other than that, I have not seen her in any kind of a limelight. That's kind of the downside, though, with the Ring of Honor with Ring of Honor not having their own show. There's no emphasis on their champions. And I know Mercedes had a match, I want to say it was like 3 weeks ago. Maybe longer. It probably was, now that I really think about it. And so it's like, when she hasn't been given any real fucking shine, I'm like, eh. But Serena's been on TV doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. I mean, she's been losing, but at least she's been on fucking television.
Yeah.
So that half-ass makes me think that this is looking towards Serena, because I mean, fucking Wheeler Yuta did lose a couple of matches right before he won the fucking Pure title. So but then again, do you really want to? Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut. I'll give it to Serena. Why? Because I actually think that's an opportunity for you to utilize somebody and utilize that Ring of Honor title. She has this 5 minute, like beat me in under 5 minutes bullshit. Make it a thing for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Start bringing ladies over from Japan. Put it on fucking Dynamite. There you go. I booked it for you, TK. Now go buy some Thunder Snow and send me a check.
And some Bear Claw. White Claw, not Bear Claw.
White Claws. I'm about to say Bear Claw? What? I like donut.
I'm putting the copyright down on that one.
There we go.
Right now.
Right now.
All right. I'm gonna go with Mercedes.
I dig it. I can see why.
Did she win the title at the last pay-per-view?
Yes.
Oh yeah. All the fucking titles changed. So I think it's like her time to shine. for the Ring of Honor women, whereas Deeb's just been killing it for the AEW women's division.
She has. I can totally see it. Like, keep it that way. Got to keep her strong in this area. But then again, like I said, now you need to display that is the gimmick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is she like heavily involved with like training the women backstage in AEW too?
Mercedes or
No, Serena.
I have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me. To my knowledge, the people that were training the ladies was, William Regal will train with anybody, and so will pretty much anybody with the BCC. But for as far as I was told, or not told, but as far as I've read, the only people that really work with the women were Kenny, B-Dry, and Dustin.
Huh. I could have sworn she was a
maybe
coach for AEW too.
But I don't know. I mean, I would hope so. That would be a cool idea. You know what I mean? If Kenny could be a fucking coach, why not? I mean, Serena has a lot to offer.
Well, if she is, I mean, I think that would like mean she spends more time in AEW, whereas Mercedes has more time to spend in Ring of Honor when they eventually get a TV show.
Yeah. It is eventual at this point.
All right, so moving on from that one, let's go tag team titles.
Right. 2 out of 3 falls.
FTR, again, trying to prove they are the best tag team in the world today. They don't need to convince me very much. They have pretty much every tag team title going outside of WWE right now. So this one's for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, which is one of their collection, as they defend against the Briscoes.
The second time.
Yeah. Now that's an ROH staple.
But again, like I said, 2 out of 3 falls. Yeah, Briscoes fucking... Aren't the Briscoes like 14, 15-time fucking tag team champions over there in Ring of Honor or something? No, I think that's a fucking ridiculous number. But no, I swear to God.
They are 14-time tag team champions overall.
There you go.
12 times in Ring of Honor.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, I mean, I fucking love these guys, but at the same time, that's been another team where I have not seen them do much for a little bit. Like, they went on a tear. They were, a similar situation. They went on a tear to the point where it was like they were begging to be on AEW television. They were begging to be on it, but we couldn't do it because of the circumstances under Jade's control, blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. We should have moved on. But hey, people suck. So whatever. But then again, you would notice like they had won the Impact belts and they had won GCW belts, and then all of a sudden they won the Ring of Honor belts, and then boom, here comes the fucking train that is FTR, and that train ain't a stopping. No. I mean, it's I keep talking about it. World Tag League is right around there. As soon as G1 is over, World Tag League is happening. Okay, and they have to go to Japan. As much as it'll suck for my AEW television and not hear that awesome theme, I need to see him go to Japan, win this gigantic trophy, just to bring it back and show it off. Add to your fucking... I need them to be the Ultimo Dragons of the tag team division.
Yes.
Like, that's... like, I need, like, somebody to, like, have to wheel out some trophies while they have, like, 2 belts on each arm and like 2 on their stomach. Like, fucking, win the fucking Grimm trophy. The dude that fucking plays with toys, win his belt for all I give a shit. Like, I just want to see him with like amounts of gold. Just fucking wear a fantasy football title for all I give a shit.
Yeah, and then Dax can go win the up, down title too.
Dude, Dax, like, I think that became a thing where I was like pitching that he was probably wrestler of the year so far.
Yeah.
And then after that fucking promo last night, Jesus Christ, that guy.
He's on fire.
Really is.
So, FTR beat the Briscoes for the titles back in April.
Yep.
And like we just said, the Briscoes are 12 fucking time tag team champions. How the hell do you become 12-time tag team champions with one company?
You be in the company from the beginning, the quite literal beginning. I think Ring of Honor started in 01, 02.
02, yeah.
and they've been there ever since.
The second most reigns as Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions is joint between the Bucks and Red Dragon, and it's
Of
only
course it
3
is.
reigns. 3 reigns is the second longest, second most reigns. Briscoes is fucking 12.
Okay. God damn, we have faith in nobody but the Briscoes. That's what you're telling
except
me.
the Bucks, but they went and started their own company.
Mm-hmm. Those bastards.
I honestly don't really see FTR dropping the title, any titles anytime soon.
No.
Much less these ones back to the Briscoes so soon. So give me FTR all day, every day.
Yeah, Briscoes will win the first fall, and then FTR with the last 2.
I wouldn't even be surprised if it goes 2 straight falls to FTR.
You know what? That would actually shock me a little bit, and I love that. I like that. I need that.
I'm already calling it. They're winning Tag Team of the Year at the Maxis at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even need to put the vote up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to put the vote up, but I mean...
Well, yeah. We don't
it'll
need
be
to.
fucking unanimous, bud. Like, you ever seen a unanimous vote? It was a fucking unanimous vote. Oh, here we go. I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay, so here's that random 4. I fucking finally found that random-ass 4-way. Nick Wayne, Alan Angels, the former... what was he? Fucking...
Dark Order guy.
Yeah. Takeshita and Jonathan Gresham.
That sounds good.
That sounds too good. If
Um,
that show wasn't like you have to buy it, like now you have to buy it.
yeah. I was going to say, oh yeah, with the Maxis, it's going to be unanimous, but I guarantee one person's going to vote for the Usos.
Don't let Glenn into the voting. I'm just kidding. There's a couple guys in RWT that are just a little too hardcore on the E, but it is okay. It's all good. That's why it's an open vote. We don't judge out loud. But yeah.
Whenever I see an anti-WWE post and it says there's more comments than there actually is, obviously that means there's some comments missing that I can't read. I know it's Glenn.
Yep, there you go. I'm like, oh, wait, I guess I blocked you guys.
So this takes us to the final 2 matches, possibly. These are the well, actually, they're advertising the TV title more. Like they're basing the pay-per-view around this one.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
But Samoa Joe defending the TV title against Jay Lethal. Maybe that's just because they're both in AEW, and it was like the first match announced. But
yeah.
It's also
like
the one that's,
go ahead.
It's also the one that's probably got the most storyline behind it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, it definitely has been built and built and built and built to the point where we were thinking like every other, hey, so this is where Samoa Joe's going to get attacked by goddamn no, never happened. Never once.
Literally any Samoa Joe match, he's going to get jumped at the end by Sanjay and Satnam.
And nope. They just, they ended up beating his ass backstage and then prolonged it because I think Joe actually was legit hurt.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm getting really bored of hearing Sanjay Dutt yell at the camera. So give Jay Lee for the title, and they can go to Ring of Honor.
Please, I'm totally down for that. And I was actually just gonna say, I was like, I don't see any reason for Joe to hang on to the thing. So yeah, you might as well give it to Jay.
That's 2 votes for Jay in the battle of Jay versus Joe. Never thought of it like that before.
Joe. But say, you remember that feud they tried to build? Hey, you're Joe. Hey, I'm Joe. Never worked out.
And then we had Adam versus Adam.
And then, yep. Hey, Adam.
I think Adam's going to win.
That's my favorite part.
So, I mean, it should be the main event. Ring of Honor World Title. Jonathan Gresham been killing it as champion, flying the flag for Ring of Honor versus everybody's favorite pure wrestler right now, Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro.
God damn. I feel like this is that one where it's like, dude, I love you, Gresham. I do, bruv. Like, you're awesome, but I mean, are you really going to beat this guy? I don't give a fuck if it's under a different banner. Are you really going to beat this guy right now? Like, let's think logically for a second. To me, that's a big fat fucking no. Sorry, dude. Like, again, I really like Jonathan Gresham. I think this would be a perfect opportunity for him to lose that belt and do some shit on AEW, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
If that's what it means for him to fucking have to get on to AEW and show up on Rampage and Dynamite and apparently Dark or whatever, then so fucking be it. So fucking be it. I need to see him on my television, and every time I do, it's in small talking capacity. So give me Claudio Castagnoli with the Rico bomb, and then put fucking Gresham on television. Put him on television. I don't give a shit if he's 5 foot nothing. Put him on fucking
and no
TV.
neck.
No neck either. That's okay.
He got Jordan Grace though.
Hey, I mean, if he could pull over with no neck, you do you, bud.
just keep her phone away from her, please.
Yeah, just don't keep her off Twitter.
Man, I would fucking love to see Claudio win a world title, especially something like Ring of Honor, which I know probably means a lot to him.
Oh yeah, big time.
But AEW got criticized for this last time, where like all the new champions were AEW and all the results were AEW heavy. And I think we need something that's kind of speaks for Ring of Honor this time. So it's going to be a banger either way, but I'm going to go with Gresham to retain and still do more stuff on AEW as the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah, but say, whatever, just whatever. Get his ass on TV. That's all I give a fuck right now. Just get him on television.
Like, he comes on Dynamite, then like, shit, this is the guy that beat Claudio.
There you go. I mean, yeah, you pitched it. I still don't give a shit. Just fucking get him on television.
I just want Gresham on my TV.
That's it. God damn it.
So those are our predictions for Death Before Dishonor. If you are much more familiar with Ring of Honor than we are, please get your predictions in and school us. You may become predictions champion.
Prediction champion.
And I can't wait to see like Chad and Phoenix predict this, because I know that they don't know Ring of Honor.
Shit, like I said, we barely remember it.
Right.
And like I said, the problem is their last pay-per-view was 3 months ago, and it was, hey, AEW guys, we win. And then now, so we're like, but it's like AEW guys versus AEW guys. So like, what's going on?
And their last solo pay-per-view was December, which is when most of the titles changed again.
Yep.
And then, of course, they went on a hiatus before TK bought them out.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun show regardless.
It's the beginning of something new, and, we're going to be probably predicting more Ring of Honor pay-per-views in the future. Yeah. So, now, for stupid shit people say online. Kind of like what we just said about Ring of Honor. That's a shit Mark say.
OMG, Kevin Nash.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Tell me you did not just say that.
WTF, thought he was dead, LOL.
Let's say all of a sudden Wrestle Talk has become like the nice, warm, and cuddly place. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's like, I don't know, everybody wants to work with each other now, and people are trying to expand, and I'm like, that's cool. It's like, but you remember when you guys used to like, yell at each other, and we used to like have arguments, and like, you should say dumb shit?
There's been no feuds lately on TikTok.
No. That, or I just haven't been paying enough attention. I don't know. Maybe I'm on the nice side of TikTok. I must have made somebody happy, and they're like, here you go. You don't have to deal with the bullshit.
So in that case, first up, we have the Ultimate Plastic Fan.
Oh, Lord.
So named, first of all, because his profile picture is the Ultimate Warrior. And second of all, the tweet kind of proves it's a plastic fan. So apparently news came out about Shawn Michaels correcting Kevin Nash when giving notes at the PC. Whatever.
For sure.
The Ultimate Plastic Fan says the following. Such a cunt. I don't know if we're allowed to say that word. Well, I'm glad Nash went there and can basically confirm it's going to continue being this shitfest under that idiot's thumb. I think I'm finished with watching any gay-ass wrestling at this point. There needs to be more rebels in the industry. So, like, obviously you're a wrestling fan, but you also think it's gay?
I was fitting to say, I was like, you cannot contradict yourself that bad. How in the hell I cannot watch this gay shit anymore? So you've been telling me you've been watching it for a minute, and you've been saying now all of a sudden it's gay. Now all of a sudden it's gay. Like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, you must have been watching it for a long time if your profile picture is the Ultimate Warrior.
I mean, come on, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. I remember in 2002 when you could say gay, everything was gay, and gay. This is 2022. You know what I'm saying? This is 22. This is 20 years later, bud. When you say gay, we're expecting you to quite literally mean gay. So don't go backtracking your fucking tweet. You liked this product so much that you were willing to posterize a picture of the Ultimate Warrior as your profile picture. But now you got to stop because it's gay.
And Ultimate Warrior is not exactly. Well, he was a very big oily man, so yeah, that's like the worst example you could come up with as your profile picture if you think wrestling's gay.
So don't forget the tassels.
And the tassels.
Don't forget the colorful tassels.
Shaking the damn ropes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a fucking gigantic homophobe. But I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, bro. You could have fooled me. Fucking rainbow face paint, rainbow tassels. You sure, bud? You sure you don't like the community?
I also find it funny that, like, all the shit that's gone on in wrestling the past, Jesus, 5 years alone.
Yeah.
But the straw that breaks the camel's back is Shawn Michaels telling Kevin Nash what to do in a training session. That's what's going to stop you watching wrestling.
How dare you belittle Kevin Nash like that?
And, like, I don't mean to disrespect him, but Kevin Nash played a big role in the death of WCW.
Yeah. Yeah. He was definitely one of the helping hands. Don't get me wrong. Don't mind listening to his stories of fucking Scott Hall and shit. But I mean, if you want to talk business,
the guy went into business for himself.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Big time.
So forgive me if I'm going to listen to Shawn Michaels more.
Seriously.
Next up, we have the Barroom Bicycle. Everybody gets a ride.
Terrible.
There's another expletive in this tweet too, which is very outdated, very much like gay ass wrestling. Window lickers.
Oh wow.
Are getting angry that their attempts to Me Too Vince McMahon aren't working. Cry harder.
The first thing that hurts me is you're just willing to just up and defend don't get me wrong, like what no, I can't. You can't spin it in any kind of positive for me. I'm sorry. No. There's nothing you can do to spin this into a positive. And so if you're looking at it as it's fine, then you too have a problem and you're a part of the problem. I understand it's his company. If he doesn't have to phase himself out because it's not a big deal, then don't phase yourself out. Go for it. But don't ask questions when people wonder why there's such a giant shit stain next to your fucking company's name. Because you're still hanging out. Because you're still around. Because your name is still synonymous with this company. And you decided to hire, promote, fuck, then fire whoever the fuck you wanted. Like, since you guys want to fucking there wasn't that big of a... No, he hired, promoted, fucked, and fired.
And then paid him off.
And then paid him off because, hey, look, I don't want to get in trouble. Well, I was like $3 million over like fucking 20 years. You'll never have to pay a bill in your life.
Paid them off collectively with more than he spent buying WCW.
There it is. There's more facts to it. So not only was he doing the dirty, he paid out the nose for doing the dirty.
Yeah, it's not a case of trying to Me Too Vince McMahon. Like, it's not a witch hunt. It's a thing called consequences.
There it is.
This is a publicly traded company with a lot of investors. It's PG. It's very family friendly. Well, supposedly. Like, these aren't the kind of headlines you want attached to a company like that.
Nope. And then apparently there's documentaries left and right getting ready to come out about this dude.
Yeah.
So.
Hey. And
see how many of those actually talk about this situation.
let's not even get into those first two words in the tweet because nobody says that anymore.
And if you are, then you have got some problems.
Yeah. If you are, you probably got a Confederate flag.
God damn it.
Oh, man. All right. Finally, one more shit mark say this week from Pantyhose Karen. Who basically doesn't like violent wrestling. Watching AEW Dynamite and seeing two people purposely putting themselves in danger around barbed wire for the enjoyment of bloodthirsty people is wrong. Where has our society gone wrong? It is their right to participate because this is America, but I ask why. Won't somebody think of the children? Death matches is not a new thing.
No, death matches have been a thing for a long time.
ECW was hot when I was like 6 years old.
Hey, don't forget about like Japan and FMW and all that shit. You know what I mean? In the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, this is nothing new. And I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to say it like this, and I don't mean to be like, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. But hey, you knew it was the main event. You knew the fucking name of the show because the goddamn thing kept saying barbed wire everywhere, which meant blood, which meant actual barbed wire. You don't have to watch. I mean, I appreciate you being a diehard fan and sticking through, but if it's really not your cup of tea, all right, well, that's it for me this week. I'll come back next week. That's cool. No big deal. But, like, you're really going to get mad over what you knew was going to come? There's goddamn blood everywhere. Why didn't you see this coming? Barbed wire everywhere.
Oh, wait, well, maybe the TV-14 should have given it a little bit of a sign, too.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the blood that's been spilt in AEW over the last 3 years.
And it's been quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
A little bit less since Cody left, but...
Yeah. He's like, I can outdo you, Dad. Look at this.
Wow. Like, WWE been doing barbed wire matches. Not recently, but they've done barbed wire matches.
They have done them.
The one that always comes to my mind, Triple H Batista had like a barbed wire wrapped steel chair in a Hell in a Cell. There was a sledgehammer that may have been wrapped in barbed wire. Cactus Jack used barbed wire all the time.
Yep.
Then you got TNA too, Sabu, Abyss. Barbed wire in wrestling is literally nothing new. And even though it's real, it doesn't protect them very much, but they do clip it down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it was obvious that some of the stuff that they used was a little less trimmed than other ones. Because I'm like, bro, like, ow. I mean, it wasn't like, thank God it's barbed wire and it's not like razor wire. That shit'll fucking ruin you. But I mean, yeah, Bob, like, dude, I don't want to get stuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
there was guys were getting just fucking, they'd pull and just their shirts are stuck or this is stuck. There was one where like Jericho's hair was stuck. I was like, oh God. But I mean, I understand where you're coming at, but it's a simple thing of turn off the television.
Yeah.
Thanks for the show. I'll see you next week.
I don't really think violence in staged pro wrestling is really basis for a society going wrong. There's a lot more topics you could cover for that one.
Society gone wrong. I remember people just said that same thing when MMA got really popular.
Oh yeah, even Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, according to Punk, when women started having fights in UFC, like, this is barbaric, and Punk was like, yeah, and it's fucking awesome.
Yes, like, so they're showing their strength. Like that was the thing of the gladiators. No, when all of a sudden it become a stereotype. Like, I understand, like, can women be nice and feminine and dainty and absolute? Sure, go for it. But can a woman also fucking knock you the fuck out? Yeah, let me show you a handful of them. Here we go. That's okay. Like, I enjoy watching it. They're enjoying doing it, and I'm enjoying watching it. So I see no harm in it.
No, and Jericho and Eddie seem very comfortable having barbed wire matches.
Yeah, a little too.
Especially Eddie, because he's fucking crazy.
Fucking A right, is he crazy? Jesus.
We'll get into Fyter Fest in just a little bit. First of all, well, I better close this out. This is why they are marks, and that's the shit they say. Now, we're going to go back in time to the days mostly before social media ruined every surprise, and Vince McMahon only slept with blondes behind his wife's back. It's This Week in Wrestling History. There's not an awful lot, but let's kick it off. July 15th, 2007, at Victory Road, World Champion Kurt Angle and X Division Champion Samoa Joe defeated Tag Team Champions Team 3D in a match of champions, in case it wasn't obvious, where the winner would win the title of the person they pinned. TNA used to love making up stuff like this. As Joe pinned Brother Ray, he won the tag team titles, but he decided to hold them alone rather than with Kurt Angle. Because, of course, they had beef.
Okay.
This
sounds
is
weird, but okay.
Quintessential TNA.
You're telling me.
We're going to put all the titles on the line, but you only hold the tag team titles by yourself. Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah, no, that just reeks TNA.
Yeah. This is like the second winner-take-all match that Joe and Angle were involved into. July 15th, 2018, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Jeff Hardy at Extreme Rules to win the US title. Anybody remember this US title reign? Nope, I was neither. Just another example of WWE diminishing Nakamura's star power from New Japan.
Yeah.
I literally...
Just like the Booker T argument, give me one real reason why he didn't win at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't one.
No. We talking about the one with AJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, the match wasn't great, but Shinsuke should have won.
Exactly. If you weren't going to at least give, no, and even that, no, in that instance alone, even if we still got a 5-star bang or something resembling their Wrestle Kingdom match, oh, it's cool, AJ still would have won. No, fuck that. It was Shinsuke's time. I don't understand how almost everybody else that you really like wins the Rumble and then bam, they're champ, no problem. But then this guy does, and he's fucking literally white hot. And you're like, you know what? Let's just make their feud last longer. And that's some dickhead shit.
That was the year him and Asuka both won, and they both lost at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Because Asuka faced fucking Charlotte.
God, that still chaps my ass.
Anybody who is in the WWE bubble and has only seen AJ Nakamura's WWE match at WrestleMania, and yes, it sucked, please go watch the Wrestle Kingdom match.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what it could have been.
Favor.
That's the match we should have got at WrestleMania.
I mean, we'll never get anything of that resemblance, but I mean, you could have tried.
Yeah. Moving on to July 17th, 1994. 2 classic 90s matches at Bash at the Beach, as Steve Austin defended the US title against Ricky Steamboat, and Hulk Hogan defended the world title against, of course, Ric Flair.
That's right.
Because how many times did they face each other?
Jesus Christ. I cannot count it. How many times?
I would not be surprised if it's in triple figures.
Overall? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, overall, Impact, whatever. Hogan versus Flair is timeless. I know people are going to remember this one. July 17th, 2011, the unforgettable night that CM Punk defeated John Cena at Money in the Bank in Chicago to win the WWE title on the last night of his contract, and then he walked out with the title and threw the title in the fridge.
Yeah, that's right. That fucking fridge pick was the best.
And I love it. His explanation, there was no symbolic meaning behind it. It was just, I was dehydrated, so I grabbed a Pepsi and threw the belt in the fridge.
It's where I put. There you go.
At least he kept it fresh for a week before he came back.
Right.
Well, 2 weeks.
Imagine waking up on a warm day and grabbing that thing, putting over your shoulder. Oh, that'd be refreshing.
Imagine being that dehydrated that he just had a drink, passed out, went to sleep, got up next morning, opened the fridge. What the fuck? Oh, right.
Who the fuck put that in there?
That's why it doesn't spin anymore.
Oh, makes perfect sense. Got caught with some jello.
July 18th, 1993, Ric Flair became the final NWA World Champion of the WCW era after defeating Barry Windham. WCW withdrew from the NWA several months later. And I think we talked about it last week, how he was the first WCW World Champion because of that whole "we're not working with you anymore" shtick.
Yeah.
July 18th, 2013, at Destination X. If Mike is listening, he's probably going to laugh at this point. Chris Sabin cashed in Option C and defeated Bully Ray to become TNA World Champion. And while it was great to see a TNA original win the world title, the reign was a little underwhelming. The belt just looked too big for Sabin.
That's terrible. I was afraid you were going to say that. That's terrible.
It was that big old,
Oh, I know.
Let's
I
try and
remember.
replicate the big gold belt TNA title. It also double sting because he also lost Velvet Sky to Bully Ray, but that's a different story. Bully Ray then won the title back a month later at Hardcore Justice. Yeah, that was a weird one because I think Chris Sabin was really popular at the time as a single star, and Bully Ray was also like hot as hell as the top heel leading aces and eights, so they kind of booked themselves into a corner.
That's fucking awesome.
July 19th, 2020. I'm sorry. WWE presented The Horror Show at Extreme Rules. The horrible show. And the less said about it, the better. All I'm going to say is Rey Mysterio lost an eye, and everybody that watched the pay-per-view lost brain cells.
Oh, you're fucking telling me, bud. That is like 3 hours of my life I will never, ever get back.
Oh, it was so terrible. And, of course, it ended with the swamp fight between Bray and Braun.
Oh, God.
I don't even remember how it ended.
I don't understand how they had so many, like, shitty-ass fucking cinematic matches, and then they produce shit like The Undertaker's Last Ride.
Yeah. Well, I think Triple H was very much involved with Taker's match.
Do you see what happens when Hunter has his hands in things?
Yeah.
And you see what happens when he doesn't have his hands in things? Why the fuck isn't this guy around and, like, doing everything?
This is why we call him the King of Kings. Well, it's not, but it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Final bit of history today in history, July 21st, 2002. The Rock defeated Kurt Angle and The Undertaker to become undisputed champion at Vengeance.
Booted. And
he then lost the title a month later to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
That fucking guy beat everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, this was like when Brock first came in and he was just killing everybody. And
oh, I remember.
It's a shame we didn't get more like Rock and Brock because that's like a big money deal. But Brock was very much a rookie at the time and he just bodied The Rock. And then The Rock went to Hollywood and made the Scorpion King.
The way you say that and the way it plays in my head as a kid, I'm like, fuck, goddamn, yep, 100%. He got his ass beat, and then that was the last time we seen him.
Like they tried to build a story around it, but I don't think they had much time.
No.
I remember there was a whole thing about how Brock bloodied Hogan in like a random match on SmackDown, and then that led to this, like in the build-up, because Brock was getting the title anyway because he won King of the Ring.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we it's a shame that it was so short-lived, and we probably should have got Brock and Rock when Brock was more established, but by then it was too late because Dwayne became the Scorpion King.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Tooth Fairy.
And then a goddamn Tooth
Fairy. And then look at him now. It all works out.
'Cause I'm sick of getting up and dead going south. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
This is Velvet Sky.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Hey, yo, what up? It's Darby Allin. It's the Ultimate Vanessa, your girl's favorite wrestler.
Hey, Preston Vance here, a.k.a. number 10 of the Dark Order.
Hey, this is Tommy Tree.
Hey, everybody, it's the interview queen, Alicia Atute here.
This is the voice of Killer Cross.
and you're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
And you are currently listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
Max Wrestling Podcast. And we're about to take it to the max.
We're about to take it to the max.
It's time to take it to the max.
We're going to take it to the max.
Take it to the max.
Welcome to the Madhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Cause I'm sick of getting up and dead going south. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. If we've made you laugh, if we've made you cry, if we pissed you off, hit the sub or the follow button. We're here every Thursday, and we're coming at you with another special event next week, the 7th annual PromoSlam. Not Super Slam, featuring John Cena. PromoSlam. And it's an event guaranteed to shiver your timbers. Yes, I just said that line. The new and first ever two-time television champion, Moses Marquez, puts his gold on the line. The question will be against who? But the one thing we do know is he does have a legit TV title right there.
That guy is nice and dirty.
Of course, he won the title last week at Fight for the Knowledge. I mean, that literally is your title. First ever TV champion, first ever two-time TV champion. You won the Ring of Games twice. To pretty much get the title both times. So, Mr. TV.
I am the television champion. I am what the NWA wanted the TV title to be, the workers' belt.
That it is. And of course, you don't have to cut a promo in the next 30 days because PromoSlam is next week.
It is.
He may have lost the TV title, but Travis the Walker Anderson managed to hold on to his Knowledge Championship despite stiff competition from Moses and Cypher. It was very, very, very close. In fact, both matches last week went to overtime.
Dang, was it close.
But next week, he certainly has an uphill climb as former and only four-time champion. The Phoenix gets his one-on-one rematch in 3 pieces of knowledge.
Sweating already, and it ain't even my battle.
It's literally 3 stages of knowledge, but of course next week's pirate themed, so it's 3 pieces of knowledge. Yeah. Speaking of the Phoenix, last week at Fight for the Knowledge, he surprised everybody by laying down the challenge. Will she respond? Will it be the Phoenix versus the Demoness in a promo exhibition? First time ever. I hope she responds. I want to see it. I think Phoenix has wanted it for a long, long time. Strangely.
You all hope she responds, and I hope she stays far, far away.
Well, yeah, I mean, last time we saw her, she kind of came after you.
I'm still afraid, for goddamn sake. I still can't sit on my couch.
Still can't sit in the red lighted room.
Oh, God. Bro, I don't understand. Like, I've asked, like, my Alexa to do that, and it doesn't do it. So I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
I know how you feel. The Shape got one, too.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck
that shit.
I will address in just a second. And finally, the biggest main event on the horizon, Travis the Walker Anderson is finally coming from our World Championship. I forgot to point out the shirt, too. Pirates, there we go.
Yeah, Pirate shirts. All right.
In a cinematic promo bout, this is Travis's 4th consecutive PromoSlam main event, and also 2 years since he battled the Shape at PromoSlam. I'm just saying, you know, you're on the same side, but you got beef. You got history. That's probably not going to play into my favor. We'll also be predicting SummerSlam, and pre-launch shows are no more, so it all goes down next Thursday, right here, July 28th. For more information, go to matchwrestling.net/PromoSlam2022.
Let's go.
So no more pre-launch shows, just because they're difficult to schedule, and I think Fight for the Knowledge felt a little bit bigger last week without one.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
However, next March, we know it will be PromoMania 8, and it will now be in the epic 2-night event. It happens on March 28th and 30th in 2023, and we already know that the main event will be Daniel Crimmins one-on-one with the Demoness in another first-time ever promo exhibition. DC waived his rights as Mr. Ironbanks to challenge a champion, so instead he used his briefcase to book himself in the main event against the Demoness, no matter what.
What a fucking plan.
What a plan. What a ploy. We've got a long way to go to get there, but for more information, go to maxwrestling.net/promomania8. So, like I said, the Shape's got his own little red lighted room, and of course he interfered in the Jester's promo last week, and I can confirm the Jester is no more. You don't really survive Stormbreaker bursting through your chest, so
I was gonna say
I've now lost 2 personalities. That's great.
Fantastic.
So I guess I'm going solo against the Walker next week. Thanks, Shape. Much appreciated. Everybody liked the Jester too.
I was a fan. It's all right.
Well, we predicted Death Before Dishonor. Now, in other news. So Fyter Fest Night 2 was last night. Kicked off with, I've said the word bodied a lot this week. Kicked off with Brody King bodying Darby Allin. He tried to come back towards the end of the match, but pretty much Brody just ragdolled him for the whole match.
He beat the shit out of him for like 95% of this match. I think I forget what the fuck his name is. The name of his finisher is, but it's like this, like,
oh, Brody's, yeah,
the Gonzo Bomb. The Gonzo Bomb. It's like a fucking pile driver power bomb, and it's fucking brutal. Just the most brutal thing you've seen. And I'm like, bro, fucking Darby is as dead as can be. Dead as can be. But I love this thing. Like, I've been saying it's time to pitch Brody. It's time to get Brody more. Time to get Brody more. This was giving Brody more. I've seen people say, oh, well, they're now still just burying Darby. And that motherfucking guy is going to be over for being the fucking crazy son of a bitch that he is. Okay? He's fine. We need to build up Brody King.
Yeah, I think this was the perfect way to kick off the show. It's a very strong opening match.
Facts.
But we got even more surprises after the match, as first of all, Sting teasing a little confrontation with Malachi before getting the black mist sprayed in his face. Now, I don't know what that means because
heel turn.
Yeah.
Heel turn.
I don't want to see a heel Sting at this stage in his career. Everybody loves Sting.
I love Sting too. But first off, they fucked up, because how are you going to make heel Sting when he's already Crow Sting? You know what I mean? You should have had him come out and be like, well, I kept saying it. Like when they had the bash at the beach or whatever the fucking goddamn fucking beach break or whatever they had, it should have been fucking Surfer Sting. And Surfer Sting should have been the guy hanging out and should have been doing the stuff and the blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, missed in the face, bam, back comes fucking, Crow Sting. But can you trust Crow Sting? You know what I mean? It'd be a nice little swerve. You could build off of it. But I don't know, because so far, Julia Hart's changed.
Yeah.
We seen somebody else come out who got sprayed in the face recently, being Miro, and it looks like he's on the turn. He did come out of the heel tunnel, for goddamn sake.
Yeah, even though it seemed as though he was coming to Sting's aid, he just stood there on the stage.
Yep, with his eye patch covering his blackened eye.
The only exception is like Pac got sprayed, and he was
he's the only guy to beat the myth so far.
Yeah, and he recovered from it.
Yeah, they played that one a lot differently. That one was more of like he was blind. Like I really remember how we were trying to pitch for him to actually wrestle with a blindfold on for a little bit. That would have been cool, and he did. But like, right after that, he was fine.
Yeah. So it is possible to not turn heel after being sprayed.
Yeah.
I just wonder what effect it will have on Sting.
Yeah. I mean, it interesting. So yeah, we got to see how it goes.
Plus,
hopefully it won't take a year.
Yeah. I want to see Malachi versus Sting. You got two like supernatural guys. Sting can teleport.
About to say Sting can teleport. You're not wrong.
But absolutely, Sting should have been Surfer Sting when you got the show based around Fyter Fest. Also, did you know Shark Week begins this week?
Come on. Shark Week. Ooh, ha, ha.
Like, the show opened and it's on all four sides of the apron. It's on the ticker around the arena. They mentioned it numerous times.
There's
even fucking Eddie
shark.
Kingston.
There's a goddamn shark in people's fucking graphics. Come on.
Just in case you weren't sure, it is Shark Week this week on
Shark
Discovery.
fucking week.
And I
God
fucking
damn.
love sharks. And I was just like, I am so sick of hearing about sharks.
Like, okay, can you fucking shut up already?
But yeah, a lot of possibilities come from just this one match. So we'll see where it goes with Sting. We'll see where it goes with Miro. Personally, I like Miro being a face. Like, well, he's more of a tweener, but he gets great reactions since he came back.
Yeah, he's over as fuck. That's all that matters.
We saw a little bit of Best Friends and Blackpool Combat Club. Again, we said we haven't seen much of Wheeler on TV, but we finally got to see him team with John this week, with Moxley.
Yeah, damn Moxley.
And William Regal on commentary is still one of my favorite things in the world.
It's the best. He's the fucking best. God damn.
Like, sitting next to Orange Cassidy, I don't have to worry about you attacking me, do I? Punching and kicking me. Just nothing.
Just nothing. Because he's the fucking best. Because Orange Cassidy was sitting there trying not to laugh.
I laughed immediately when he said Orange Cassidy is joining us on commentary. I'm like, what? This guy doesn't speak.
He didn't. he says like 2 words every 7 months. Like, goddamn. But all right.
Oh, yeah, he's had his quota this time. Yeah, he had a couple of words at the end of the match.
Yeah, that's just a couple. Just a couple.
Yeah. But I like how they reminded us that Wheeler has history with Best Friends, because I honestly kind of forgot.
Oh no, I remembered. It was a nice little dynamic to play into it as well. You know, it was you could definitely tell that they somewhat played into it. Of course, when commentators bring it up, it's always great. But yeah, you got to remember where Wheeler Yuta started. Wheeler Yuta started as the weird guy with the best friends.
Yeah. And obviously they had to showcase him because Death Before Dishonor is this weekend.
That too. Got to push that title.
Speaking of showcasing, they did showcase the new tag team champions, Swerve and Our Glory. Like Chad said, kind of funny that they said they could be like the greatest tag team. But slow down a little bit, okay?
Oh no, trust me. I said the exact same thing. I mean, TSK ran the show like 30, 40 minutes late. You know, traffic in LA is a pain in the ass, so we tend to hang out for some people. And when I think it was Excalibur that said that, I was like, come on, dude, you know better than that. And I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Are they like fun to watch? Sure. Are they a popular team? I think they're a couple of dudes that are teaming together, which is cool, but I wouldn't call them one of the best tag teams in the world.
No, and I'm a fan of both of them, like individually.
I mean, there's better teams out there right now than these guys.
Yeah.
Just because they're the champs doesn't mean that they're immediately one of the top teams in the world. Like, sorry, no, that's not how it goes.
Now, like Triple H always said, the title doesn't make the champion makes the title.
Bingo.
But it was a nice segment. Keith Lee showing some personality with Kevin Gates.
Oh yeah.
Great. I don't always like it when celebrities get physical with the wrestlers because, as evidence this week, it's not always the strongest looking slap.
I thought he fucking hit him for real. So I believed it. I was like, God damn.
It was the grab in the face first so that he could slap the other hand.
Love it.
But then we move on to Varsity Blondes versus Christian Cage and Luchosaurus, which, yeah, the match was what it was. The bigger story was Jungle Boy's return at the end of the match. And Luchosaurus completely just making the last few weeks redundant as he steps aside and just allows Jungle Boy.
My exact words was watch this guy go fucking just move out of the way. And then he goes. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
What was the point in turning him heel for 4 weeks just for that moment?
I don't know. To play up as a ploy? I don't know. I was calling him fucking Lucha Kane. Because the goddamn fucking pyro, man. I'm like, goddamn there, Lucha Kane.
So I'm guessing he's going to go back to green next week.
I hope fucking so, man. I hope so. If not, let Jungle Boy do a singles run. Again, this guy needs a spotlight. He also needs to do some fucking practicing on the mic, and that would be a good opportunity for him.
Yeah, I do like the black ear though.
Yeah, but I mean, Lucha Underground, bro, that lawsuit's like 50 pages deep by now.
There's still an Impact.
On an episode of does such fucking dynamite that he wore it again.
Man, I remember the whole lawsuit between Lucha Underground and Impact, and it stopped Hernandez being on TV because he was appearing on both shows.
Bro, they fucking sued everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking everybody. Did you work for us? Yeah, you're fucking sued. What?
Or
and then they're like, oh, we're just gonna bring the show back. Don't worry about it. Like, what?
As Chad would say, lawyered.
Yep, there you go. The fucking lawyers. God damn.
Yo, Chad, you wanna go against Lucha Underground?
He's they got some ironclad shit over there. No thanks.
Nope, take my tie, take my briefcase, I'm done.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, nice little reunion between Jungle Boy and Luchosaurus. Whatever.
Right.
And of course, Christian could not run up those stairs any slower, and Jungle Boy still didn't catch him.
Seriously. Like, I get it. Like, fucking Jungle Boy is like a young athletic kid, and he got up them fucking stairs quick. And I could tell Christian was like, he turned around and saw him, was like, son of a bitch, how the fuck did you get so close? Just fucking trying to run faster, but you can't.
If you were running away from somebody, you'd be taking it a couple of steps at a time. I'm sure Christian was going literally one step at a time. And don't fall over. Don't fall over.
That's, you know what? I must say, it's like being in an arena before. I was like, I have definitely had that thought process. God damn, these fucking steps are close.
Oh yeah, they look steep going down, but if you're going up, you just use the rail to pull yourself up.
What if you got beers in your hand?
Yeah, but Christian didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
It's different for us.
You're right. It's different for us.
To be fair, also, we're usually bringing the beers down and running to the bathroom.
There you go. Attaboy.
Ftw Championship. Yes, it's still a thing. Ricky Starks is the longest reigning FTW champion. Thank you very much for the information, Taz. I wouldn't have known any different.
Right.
But it shocked me that he's had it for a year now.
Fucking yeah.
Like, it feels like he's had it forever, but it was like, shit, was it a year ago?
But yeah, no, yeah, it still doesn't process. It doesn't necessarily process that well. That, like, yeah, it has been a year since he's had that thing fucking based. Well, no, he says he beat Cage for it.
Yeah, so is that also like a year since we've seen Brian Cage?
God, I want to say yes. And he was supposed to be making a fucking comeback with goddamn Tully's new fucking faction. And I haven't seen him.
Right.
Like, who is he pissing off? That's what I'm trying. Like, is he getting the same fucking thunder snow as fucking TK? And he's found out, hey, bro, like you're fucking dipping into my supply, bud. So you're fired. Like, is that what's going on?
Also, technically, Ricky doesn't exactly become the longest reigning FTW champion until next week, but Fyter Fest Night 2, when Brian Cage won it, was on tape delay by a week. So,
there we go.
Yeah.
Who knows? Perhaps.
Goddamn tape delays.
Oh, yeah. Like Cole Carter, by the way, goddamn former 2 dimes. I've been calling him 4 nickels all day. Didn't look too bad, but he just looked generic as fuck. Like, I don't mean like his style of wrestling. His style of wrestling wasn't too bad, but his fucking look, generic as a motherfucker. Looked like somebody's creator wrestler. You know what I mean? And then, bro, don't ever do a 450 splash again in your entire fucking life. That was the hottest of the garbage. The hottest of the garbage.
Yeah. That wasn't the last time we saw Brian Cage. He had a match on Rampage against Starks, but that was in October. And now he's been moved to Ring of Honor.
I'll tell you, he's been doing Ring of Honor, but
he hasn't been these guys.
He hasn't really been shown on there, has he?
I don't think.
I mean, unless they're doing like house shows.
Yeah, maybe. All it says is Cage was revealed as a new client of Tully Blanchard.
That's what I was saying. I was like, he's with Tully, so why isn't he on somebody's fucking television?
And defeated Ninja Mac, so he must have competed somewhere.
Ninja Mac is cool, though. Anyway.
Right, oh yeah, and then, of course, after the match, there's an open challenge for the FTW title, which is answered by Danhausen.
The one guy that nobody thought would ever just be like, I want championship gold. And sure fucking shit. And I was dead. And he's like, I'll challenge you right now. And the whole everything. And he's like, no, that fucking, next. I was like, really, bro? Ricky Starks is afraid of fucking Danhausen? Like, this is awesome. And it's the stupidity of it that makes it so awesome. And I can't fucking wait for next week now.
But I love how Danhausen knows what FTW stands for. So he just called it the championship or whatever it is.
That's right. Whatever it is. And you're going to put it on the line.
I also love the crowd popping for Ricky Starks impersonating Danhausen.
Oh, yeah. That shit
so next week it's going to be Ricky Starks versus Danhausen.
That's what makes it all better. Just Ricky Starks is literally, he's that hidden gem right now for fucking AEW. That when he's on, you can't help but enjoy yourself. As fucking my man Teddy P would say, I'm sports entertained when fucking Ricky Starks is on television, okay? And I need more of it. And then you're going to give me him and Danhausen. So not only am I going to get probably some I wouldn't say technical, but some good action, I'm going to get some fucking hilarity in some comedy. This shit's going to be so goddamn funny. Oh my God. Ricky Starks is fucking bananas hilarious on BTE. Danhausen is just fucking, he's Danhausen.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to laugh hard or just enjoy some action. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is fucking next week can't come fast enough.
No. Speaking of next week, AEW fucked us over because they switched around. Next week is Fight for the Fallen, which is what Fight for the Knowledge was supposed to be based around, but they moved it a week, so.
You fuckers.
Bastards. As for... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the next match. Well, before that, we got to the FTR promo, which we touched on. Great promo, great story from Dax. I fucking love these guys right now.
Talks about a little girl where they said at 3 years old, or was that 5 years old, that they found a hole in her heart. And 3 years later, she worked her ass off to get better, and that hole in her heart went away, and that little girl was my daughter, and I damn near fucking cried. As a dad, that touched me. Like, that touched right here, dude. And the best fucking line of it all, and I don't give a shit what nobody says. Only a dad can get away with this. A real fucking hard-nosed dad can get away with this line. Come Saturday, I'm going to fight like an 8-year-old girl, and I'm going to whoop your ass. That was the fucking coolest. That was the fucking line of the year, bud. That was the line of the year.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Damn. Fuck, please put it on a t-shirt. Please put it on a t-shirt. I'll buy that fucker today. Today. God damn. Like Dax, like again, and again, when the TSK hits the nail on the head, boy, and they wanted to make these guys an obscure fucking comedy act in the E. And look where they are now. You cannot deny them anything. Nothing.
Would we be... I mean, obviously, they were popular in WWE and everybody thought they were a great tag team, but would they be considered like the best tag team in the world right now if they were still in WWE doing stupid itching powder segments with the Usos?
I mean, you would think that they're underrated, you would think that they're underutilized, and you would probably think that they're a great act. But I do not think that you would think of them as the greatest tag team in the world. And right now, they are the greatest tag team in the world. Bar none.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we had a trios match, whatever. I'm so fucking over the baddies.
Yes. Oh, you mean this tag match?
Yeah, so
Jade Cargill,
Jade,
Cargill,
Kiara,
Kara
Leela.
Hogan, Athena, and Willow Nightingale. Not too bad. I didn't hate it. Again, I like everything Willow Nightingale is doing. Athena, I mean, I enjoy looking at her. She's not like she's not. None of these women were bad. This wasn't a bad match. It just, it's unfortunately there are times during most shows where I need to be a dad and do something with dinner or whatever, and one of these matches has to, take the blunt of it. This one's it. I go back and watch it. But again, it wasn't like the greatest thing I've ever seen. I will admit though, Jade hitting the Blue Thunder Bomb was a good move. She should probably keep using that. I think it's a good thing for her. I don't care that it's only got a near fall. It is what it is. But I just moves showing off her power. I'm all about it.
Yeah, and we can't criticize Jade. The match was okay, but she is just killing it every week.
Every week she really is improving week after week after week after week.
Yeah, and I also don't want to see this Thunderstorm tag team break up. I kind of like it.
It's one of those things where it was an impromptu throw together, and now you're like, why would you take it away from me?
And
I mean, it's a cool little thing, and I don't know what it's going to lead to, and that's why I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to go away because something tells me this could be a great story of some sort. But what is the story? Is it the story between Thunder Rosa and fucking Toni Storm? Is it the story of this is going to be the best women's tag team there is, so we're going to crown women's tag team champions? What is the story? You know what I mean? So no, I'm so intrigued. We do have the whole, was it Thunder Rosa has a defense against Miwu Yamashita.
Yeah,
that's right. I want to keep. I just want to call her Yamashita all the time, but there's too many of them. But it's I mean, I'm excited for it. It was one of those. I mean, they competed in Japan. I want to say that match was on Dark last week, along with the Shota Umino defense with Pac.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a reason to watch Dark. It was a good reason to watch Dark. Damn good reason to watch Dark. So, but no, I'm with you. Let's keep this team together. Let's see how it goes. Give me some cool stuff, bud.
I can kind of see where it's going. The eventual turn of Toni Storm, because obviously she wants to be women's champion, but
that's the thing. Is it the turn of Toni Storm, or is this where an opportunity where, like, say Yamashita ends up winning the belt? Does fucking Thunder Rosa turn? Because I was winning before you got here. You know what I mean? That's why I'm invested. I am invested.
It sounds dumb, but what I like most about the team is the name. It's so simple and so
it's
perfect.
Great name. It's a great name.
Thunderstorm. It's their last names. Cool.
It works perfectly, bud. Works perfectly.
And then main events. It had its good moments, but it had some bad too. Like it did what you would expect from a barbed wire match.
Yeah, but I mean, this was like, I don't know. And we talked about it. Obviously, whoever did some of this barbed wire didn't trim it as well, or maybe didn't trim it at all, or whatever. Because it was like, we've had barbed wire matches where it's like, pretty much what ends up happening is the guys will gig, and that's how they get their color, But the barbed wire is there for show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe there's one or two in the corner. Oh, I'm going to get stuck in it for a little bit. We're going to sell this and we're going to move on. There was a lot of things in there that was set up for real mode. You know what I mean? There was the one on the floor that Jericho got thrown in on the end. There was the whatever fucking table or tabletop, whatever the fuck it was inside the ring where Jericho's hair got caught in it and every piece of its clothing and all this other shit. To me, this thing was sloppy. And it was kind of all over the place. It made sense. It's a barbed wire match. It's not supposed to be, simplistic and paced well and grapple and move to this and do to this. It's supposed to be utter chaos. It really is. But then what makes the whole thing, I don't want to say worse, But worse is all of a sudden out comes fucking Anna Jay, and I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing here? Or Tay Conti, I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, I don't understand. It made no sense. And then it clicked because, fucking Shark Tank. But I figured that was just, hey, we're going to use the Shark Tank. They hang out in there. We're going to have this dumb match, call it a day. No, there needed to be a bunch of fuckery, a bunch of pat buckery, if you will. And it ends up turning into, it looks like fucking Anna Jay is going to jump in with the fucking, Jericho Appreciation Society. Again, don't hate it, but does that mean, and again, this is kayfabe, does that mean Jungle Boy is on the way? Or does he just like himself the bad girl? You know what I mean?
Also, Dark Order just confirmed that they were baby faces.
That too. And you know what I mean? And now that's another member down for the Dark Order. Another member down. So it's like, God damn it. So there's that part of it. Then you have Tay Conti obviously not understanding how a padlock works. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. But I have never, in my 33, soon to be 33 years of living, seen anybody have that much difficulty with a goddamn padlock.
So much that two of the guys inside just slipped through the fucking bars.
And with ease. With ease, mind you.
Yeah, the funniest part was Matt came to do it. It was like, yeah, no, I ain't getting through them.
No, Jake was like, nope, not even going to bother. But fucking Danny Garcia, you swear to God, like, it was like, I'm getting out of this mother. He was gone like the fucking wind, bud. And just, again, how hard is it to unlock a padlock? But again, then there was a lot of sloppy at the end. Now, I know I say that, and as I say that in my head, I can literally hear the fucking TikTok sound of one of the female wrestling TikTok creators, where it's, if you can't do what a wrestler does, please just shut the fuck up. But here's the problem. I could probably land a spinning back fist way more better timed than fucking Eddie Kingston in that moment and not look like a total dick shit. Okay? So in that instance, yeah, I could probably do what a wrestler does. It just got bad. And then they missed a spot when Eddie's like, come on, I got to throw you into the fucking thing.
Yeah, Eddie
after
was
the match ended, visibly
upset that something went wrong at the end.
It was just like, God damn, dude. It was out of control. There we go. I don't want to say sloppy because it wasn't sloppy. It was out of control to start. It got sloppy in the middle, and then it just fucking crapped the bed at the end. And I already went on TikTok, and there's a couple of guys that I follow that are up and comers. One of them is a guy by the name of Self Bet Wrestling. I'd love to actually have on the show one of these days. Maybe we'll bring him on. He, unpopular opinion, as he said, and I was like, bro, that's not as unpopular as you think. And he's like, but why was it so? I said, it's one of those things. You want to do a barbed wire match, and then you say you have 11 minutes. Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Now, I'm not saying, like, TK, dude, every fucking main event needs to be 25 minutes and give it time. But no, but if you've been building up a barbed wire everywhere match, you need to give it more than your rushed amount of time. Because, we got to this, and we got to that. And on top of that, if this is such a big match, why are we going to picture-in-picture? Like, and again, and I understand, you're brand new to the TV world. It's only year 3. You want to stay in the good graces of the Turner networks, but you got big dollars. Okay? Hey, for this week, and maybe once every other month, I want to do a main event with no commercial interruption. Not even picture-in-picture. Once every other month. I guarantee you Turner would sign up on that and say, okay, cool. This is how much the NBA pays for that.
Yeah,
can you match it? Done.
I always watch the fight feed, and when they go to picture-in-picture, it just continues like normal.
There you go. See, that's probably what we should be doing, watching off a fight then.
My one biggest gripe was, why the fuck is Ruby Soho in control of the cage? Like, no disrespect to her, but you've got Mox, you've got Claudio, you've got Santana,
all the
Ortiz.
fucking dudes that ran down
Right.
And you have
one of them could have been in control of the, or all of them could have been keeper of the button. But instead, you leave Ruby out there by herself. She gets jumped by Ty and Anna Jay.
Because we had to give you the turn for Anna Jay, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
It just makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense of why she's the one protecting the buttons.
Yeah, that's the bit with no logic.
But it's like I understand. Like I understand you're fucking like you guys are like, we gotta make the turn. We get it. But really, Ruby Soho, and not to mention, doesn't she have like a broken arm?
Yeah. She's wearing a cast.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Again, this is why we call it the Pat Buckery sometimes, because when there's no logic, we know who came in with that idea of it doesn't need to make sense. Watch this work. No. Logic, baby.
Oh, man. We need to find a way to make Anna turn heel. All right, so how about we make Ruby Soho in control of the shark cage button? What, by herself? Yes. But why? Because she's Eddie Kingston's friend.
But does she have a broken
she's out
arm?
there by herself.
But that's what makes it even more believable. That she's so tough, she's out there by herself.
And then afterwards, we're going to have all these guys come down.
Oh, yeah. When all of a sudden the locker room clears of these fucking factions, and here comes 10 dudes. Like, why didn't we pick one of them? Because 10 dudes spilling out seems cool.
Mox would have made more sense because he is literally Eddie Kingston's best friend.
Ta-da. That, or if you really wanted to add some sugar to the spice, make it Claudio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And do that weird slow burn or whatever between him and Eddie.
If they'd have built like something to say Ruby Soho is going to be in control of the cage, it would have made a little bit more sense, but it was just so fucking random.
Yeah, it really was. Really, really was.
So now, I don't know where we are. Anna Jay's turned on Ruby. The Jericho-Kingston feud is obviously not finished.
God
Then we got Kingston and Sammy. They got beef.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of seeing Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. So, I just
feel like we should have had the payoff by now for this feud.
I'm looking at it like, what is supposed to be the fucking payoff? What is the end game? What is the end game?
Well, Eddie should have won this match.
Yeah, okay, but then if he does, then that's it, right? It's just for Eddie to win. It's just we need a blow-off win for Eddie.
So where do we go now? We've had blood and guts. We've had a barbed wire everywhere match. Where the fuck do we go next for Eddie to get the win to finally close this thing?
I can already tell you where they're going to go next. Why? Because I know this makes no sense. I know it does. I fucking know it does. But watch this happen. It's going to be a New York street fight. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be heading to New York soon.
Yeah.
So I bet you money. You're in my territory, so we're going to do it my way. And then it's going to be a fucking New York street fight. Brother, you guys went from barbed wire to a New York street fight. Bet money. I can bet money on that shit. Goddamn.
Pat Buckery is my new favorite term.
Pat Buckery, man.
So, moving on from AEW, couple of quick things to cover from the other company. Cora Jade throwing the NXT Women's Tag Team title in the trash. A symbol of WWE's thoughts on women's tag team titles in general, maybe? Because obviously they don't give a shit about them.
Right? I was just going to say the same thing. I guess you guys don't give a fucking rat's ass, huh? But, I mean, I don't know. I did go and I went back and I saw the clip of her doing it, and I was just like, okay, there, fucking Medusa, calm down. But
it was a much bigger can.
Right? Exactly.
And there was other crap in there, too.
Yeah, there was.
But it just seems like too much of a coincidence that WWE obviously let go Naomi and Sasha, even though it's not official yet. What the fuck is... I don't understand why. They were going to have a tournament to replace them as champions. That got completely scrapped. The women's tag team titles are virtually non-existent right now. And then you have the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions turn on each other, and one of them ends up getting thrown away. So obviously, that's Vince saying, fuck the Women's Tag Team division.
That's exactly what he's saying. It's time to get rid of these things. Goodbye.
I didn't want them in the first place. It was just to please Sasha.
That's just a bunch of bullshit. Oh yeah, but yeah, no, Sasha and Naomi will be on the prowl soon. I mean, last week we had the whole rumors going around that Paige is basically signed to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's that quick of a turnaround and that we think that that's really going to happen, what do we need? 90 days for Sasha? Or Mercedes is her real name?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'd definitely be on 90 days.
So,
and it's not even from when we last saw her either. It's from, well, she's still under contract.
That's true. Okay. So best case scenario, the end of August. I'm sorry, the end of October. Yeah. Best case scenario. Say she gets released sometime by the end of this month, the end of October. She can show up in AEW, and she would show up in AEW. However, I don't know if Naomi would. I think Naomi would be better off in like Impact. But again, I say this knowing that their fucking roster, knowing that AEW's roster in general, not just the women, not just the men, not just the tag, their roster in general is beyond bloated.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, if you buy that time, if you want to start up a Ring of Honor show and give them a 2 hour, or give them an hour, and then maybe Rampage goes to 2 hours. Hey, have your bloated roster. Give me the show them off though, but have your bloated roster. Otherwise,
right now Dynamite's the only flagship.
Exactly. Some of you guys need to go to Impact because you're a big name, you're a big star, you're big money, and you can make that big money on a better stage. I mean, not a better stage, on a more visible stage, on something that you can actually show yourself in. You're not swimming in a pool of gigantic talent. You are the top tier of the good talent that's there.
Yeah. I think if Sasha does go to AEW, once she goes somewhere else, I wouldn't be surprised if Naomi went back to WWE.
Yeah.
Because
it really does fit her better, though.
I very much believe that she just followed Sasha out the door.
She was in the same room when the argument happened. Yeah. Fuck, I didn't want to quit.
Shit, my husband still works here.
God damn it, who's going to drive him home?
Oh,
I had to do it.
But, man, if Paige is cleared and she does sign, oh, shit.
Shit is right. But again, we got to see, again, we've also, if you want to go to that route with the whole, especially with Paige, look at how we're dealing with B-Dry right now. The guy went hard for about a year, and we haven't seen him in 4 months. You know what I mean? And he had a small injury that we didn't really know what. And as far as I know, he's still tested weekly. He has fucking weekly brain scans, for fuck's sake. So, I mean, maybe he jacked his neck up. Maybe he jacked the back up. I don't know. But, I mean, Uncle Dave is saying they're hoping he'll be back at All Out. They're hoping Punk will be back at All Out. And all signs point to Kenny Omega coming back at All Out.
Yeah, that's another big one.
Yeah, it's fucking huge, man. That's fucking huge. Because, I mean, not 2 weeks ago, that piece of video came out where he says, if I have one more setback, I'm done. And our fucking hearts dropped. We said, no, we can't have this guy be done yet. He literally just torched the world on fire not 8 years ago. And it's he's still in the peak. He's still in his peak. He was wrestling at fucking 60% with the fucking world spinning. And he was putting on bangers. Dude, we need you at 100% right now. We need you, even if it's for a couple of years. God, I hate to say it like that, but I we need him back. And now, and I hope everything goes well. Hope there's no setbacks. And God, I hope I see him in September.
Yeah.
We need him.
And if there is a Forbidden Door 2, then get Kenny on the damn show.
Oh my God. If you thought fucking pay-per-view buys were good for the first one, put Kenny on the card. You know what? No. Put Kenny on the card and put Ibushi on the other side, and don't even say what the matches are. Just fucking list a bunch of dudes that are going to show up, and you'd fucking sell more tickets than you did last time. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And don't even think about saying Kenny did nothing for Impact's pay-per-view numbers, because he did.
He did something for their Impact. He did something for their pay-per-view numbers. Did something for their television numbers.
Like, okay, it wasn't a million, but it was a big jump for him.
Last time he was their champion, he garnered more attention for them than I think since they have had a moniker change, since the name change from Impact. And then on top of that, well, he hasn't done nothing for Impact. He hasn't done nothing for Impact. He hasn't done nothing for Impact. They've been saying that for like 7 months, Dads. For like 7 months, they've been saying that. But yet they still talk about Impact as if he did nothing for him. But yet they still can't get Impact out the mouth.
Yeah, I think more people are watching Impact now than there was 3 years ago.
Exactly. That is the end game. It doesn't need to be, they didn't get 7.29 million. No, motherfucker. Nobody is. The NFL will get high numbers like that. The NBA will get high numbers like that. This is not 1999. This is not the fucking peak of professional wrestling anymore. So when a fucking television show like Impact can garner 65,000 viewers on a weekly basis, hey, that's fucking big, bud. Especially when you're on a fucking channel like Access. Like I love to say, most of us have no access to Access. I am not going
That's so ironic.
I am not going to upgrade my fucking channel package for one show. Is that a hassle? Yeah. But guess what? I'm still watching the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? I'm still keeping up with it as best as I can because I got invested. But I mean, understand, if this went to, God, if it went to the Paramount Network, which is like basically what Spike TV used to be, you know what I mean? If it went there, it would have way more views. If it was that show that got picked up for fucking Fox Sports Net, I bet you would have more views than it would on Access. It's getting good numbers on an obscure channel. Imagine what will happen if you put it to the masses.
Hey, Damore, if you're listening, definitely put it on Paramount because we get it free with Sky Movies in the UK.
There you go, man. There you go. You want to I just built your audience for you. Just did it. Damn, I'm good.
Currently, the only thing I'm watching on Paramount is Frasier, which I watch like twice a year anyway.
I can't say I blame you. It's a good show.
And finally, we didn't really talk about the news about WWE going TV 14 last week because it was supposed to be this week, and it didn't happen because the guy that broke the news immediately backtracked and said, "Oh, there's been a delay because I announced it too soon."
Yeah, sure.
SummerSlam is currently listed as TV 14. Which doesn't surprise me because I think Brock's going to draw some blood.
I was just going to say, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the pay-per-view, the network specials are going to be TV 14 because we want to watch guys bleed now. Now we're going to let Brock Lesnar cut a couple of dudes. Now we're going to let Cody Rhodes blade every time he fucking hits a turnbuckle, Like that, and that's okay. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, if that's just your fucking excuse to copy what AEW is doing so you can say that you're an edgy product, you go ahead and you do it. But then when I go and I yell, you fucking E-drone nerds, that all you had to do if you wanted this kind of action was change the television, don't get all fucking butthurt because it's the simplest of the truth. If this is what you want blood, you want violence, you want direct in-your-face promos, go watch AEW. If you don't want it, you continue to watch the E, but then don't praise the blood, the guts, and the fucking killer promos. Again, when it was over there the whole time.
Right. All you have to do is go to Wednesdays.
Oh, geez, is this a channel clicker? Oh, what's this on TBS? The stuff I'm looking for? Fucking dumb shits.
Oh, but loyalty to Vince.
No. Blind. You got to say it right.
Yeah, blind submissive loyalty to Vince.
Oh, fuck. Blind.
Yes, Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon. The blind submissive loyalty. My knee pads work perfect, Mr. McMahon. Jesus criminy.
I honestly don't. I think SummerSlam should always be TV-14 because Brock's always at SummerSlam, and he always fucks somebody up.
I was just gonna say,
Randy, Triple H, Taker.
This is where he fucks people up, bud.
Yeah, man, I'll never forget like not blading, just bleeding up Randy with his elbows.
God, those images do not ever leave your mind. And again, as a guy who had proper training to do these elbows that you could slice somebody's fucking head with, it didn't mean I was going to go around showing people, hey, let me slice your fucking dome with my elbow. Like, no, that doesn't work like that. It's just whatever. Do your thing, Brock. I'm not gonna argue with you because I don't want to be eaten.
Yeah, we have to remember it's going to be a last man standing match, Roman and Brock.
Oh, that's right.
I do really like the idea that got shared around social media of them knocking the shit out of each other. And with it being a last man standing match, Fury could cash in, join the match, and not have to pin anybody. Just let them get counted out.
Why do I hate that I like that? I hate it so much that I like I know I like it. It's fuck, that idea has been pitched around. I'm like, you know what, dude? If you really wanted to push this fucking nerd down our throat, yeah, do it like this. Do it where he has to, where he gets to do fucking nothing. He does nothing. You know what I mean? The ref starts counting 1, 2. Here's his fucking music. He comes down, cashes in, and just stands there like a dickhead. Like that would be great. You know what? Fuck yeah! Come on, make it happen. Goddamn it!
Taking a selfie at the count of 10.
That would be the best. That would be the best. Like this is okay. Like you wanted to make your star, make your star. I think that's a perfect way right there because you're literally saying, yeah, we know he's a gigantic douchebag. Look at the douchebaggery he's about to do. And yeah, no, that's man, does that work awesome.
The best thing is the diehard E-Drones will hate it. Yeah. Because they hate Fury.
And that's fine. That's fine. That's
why I'd love it.
This is why we love it. Not to mention, imagine the fucking heat. The heat. That's what the fucking Kevin Nash says that shit all the time. Nobody has any goddamn heat. Well, there you go. You want to get some fucking heat? There's your fucking heat maker.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's get to the final segments of the show. It's time for Guess the Wrestler.
I wonder who this could possibly be.
Guess the Wrestler.
He's the wrestler, better than all the wrestler.
Wait, timer. Delete. No.
If anybody hasn't played this before, this is where you can immediately forget every wrestler you've ever known.
Seriously, like talk about the absolute brain just go brr. All right.
Like finish the name of this wrestler, Stone Cold. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler. Okay. So, oh my goodness gracious. There's so many. Okay. Let's go here. We got the fun 1 minute on the El Clocko. Again, all accomplishments. And your time starts as soon as I read off the first accomplishment. Michinoku Pro Wrestling's British Commonwealth Junior Champion. He was also IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion 2 times.
Okay,
he won the J Crown. NWA Junior Heavyweight Champ.
Sabre Jr.?
No.
Oh, wait, Jake. Wait a minute.
Let's see.
What the fuck's the guy's name?
Okay, you ready for this one? This might help you out here. 2-time WCW Television Champion. 2-time WCW Cruiserweight Champion.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
20 seconds.
Fucking shit. Not Jushin. I can see him.
One-time light heavyweight champion for the WWF. 10 seconds.
I can fucking see him too. I know who it is. No, not Ultimo.
2 seconds. 1 second. Last and final guess. I'll give you 3 quick ones here. 1996 best wrestling maneuver, 2003 most underrated, and 2004 Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't think more clues would have helped. I know who it is. I just can't. The name won't come to me. Nah, go hit me.
You had said it. Ultimo Dragon.
I was Ultimo. Shit.
Yep. Ultimo Dragon had won a good fine combination of, I believe, 25 different championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, including the J. He won the J Crown, Junior Heavyweight Champion 2 times, IWGP, British Commonwealth Junior Champion, NWA World Junior Champion, World Welter Champion, fucking War International Junior Champ, WWA World Junior Champ. Like I said, light heavyweight champion.
All the belts.
He was ranked every fucking belt you can think of. Ranked 12 out of the top 500 back in 1997. Won
As
the
soon as you
Technical
said
World
J
in
Crown,
92.
I knew it.
This guy's fucking accomplishments are gigantuan.
Yeah.
Good stuff, though.
And he's only remembered in WWE for slipping on the stage at WrestleMania 20.
Fucker. Oh, well.
He has such a bullshit WWE run.
Oh, dude, the worst. Talking about going from like the highs of highs to the lows of lows. I mean, we were talking about that with Nakamura.
Yeah. Nakamura is this generation's Ultimo Dragon.
You're telling me, dude.
All right. I fucking knew it. Why didn't I just say Dragon afterwards? It's not Ultimo. Wait, yes, it is Ultimo. All right, then. To the A to B of Retro Rewind.
SMR Podcast Network. You should be listening.
All right, so let's get to it real fast. So I'm still on November the 11th, which is, yes, that is the episode where Brian Pillman gets a home invasion, if you know what I mean. But we do also get to see a kick-ass tag match between, I wouldn't say kick-ass, a pretty good tag match. Psycho Sid, Owen Hart, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Shawn Michaels. Not too bad. Nitro, though. Nitro was a little bit more fun than I thought. Faces of Fear against the American Males. You can never go wrong with that. It was just absolute fun. Luger and Scott Norton, believe it or not, pretty okay. However, my Geek of the Week is Retro this week. And Jesus criminy. I love you, Ted DiBiase, but why you got to do this to me? Why you got to do this to me? The NWO has been, if you're following along, the NWO has been trying to recruit Sting for the longest time to have him join, obviously. And as Bullet Club as it sounds, DiBiase is in the stands with a shirt like, all you got to do is put the shirt on and you're NWO for life, brother. But not only does he say that, he goes on for like 3 minutes of, oh, we know you've been ducking and dodging us, but we have a spot here for you. And he just fucking rambles and rambles. And I'm like, bro, are you trying to sell the shirt? Are you trying to get Sting to do the thing? Or are you trying to fucking tell me to go home? Like, I need you to fucking get to the point and get off my goddamn television. Like, that's how the show ended. That's how the goddamn, of him rambling about, come on, Sting, join the NWO. I'm like, dude, nobody cares. Nobody gives a rat's ass. Ted DiBiase killed me.
Wow.
Right? Of all the people to be fucking Geek of the Week.
Oh, I'm just thinking of Stranger Things. Do I get one of those cool t-shirts if I join?
Right, yeah. That's what I want. I want a cool t-shirt, man. Come
on. So that's the Retro Geek of the Week. Now for the modern day Geek of the Week.
Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek.
So last week it was Roddy for not teaching his wife how to wrestle.
Oh, that's right. It was Roddy for not teaching his wife how to wrestle. Jesus criminy. This week, I didn't really see anything too bad. Good Lord. Come on. Give me something. I guess we'll just give it to Cora Jade for being such a nerd and trying to dump her, try to pull a Medusa. You know what I mean? Over here trying to garner yourself some attention by pulling an old school move on a show where nobody gives a shit about.
I mean, heel Cora's kind of caught my attention. I mean, I heard of Cora Jade way before she even signed with NXT, so I'm good.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
the only problem is it's NXT 2.0, so I don't give a shit.
That is the killer right there. That is the killer. That's what I'm saying. You got to do an old school attention grabber to make me try to watch your damn product. That sucks.
Yep. All right, now for the bestler of the week.
The bestler.
You know what? It's a tag team this week, and they didn't even wrestle. But in all honesty, they stole the show simply with a promo, and we all know they're going to continue to plead their case for best tag team in the world this Saturday. So, best slurs of the week, FTR.
No question.
FTR. Considering we're pirates next week. Well, that's it. Thank you for spending your Thursday with us. Here's the socials again. You can find us on the evil Twitter machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMRPodNet. Check out the website at maxwrestling.net, and don't forget to hit the sub or the follow button on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials.
Every social.
And now listen up, you pencil neck geeks. This is what Moses has for you this week.
That's right. So what's going down is looks like this coming Monday, the 25th, you will finally get the November 11th episode that we've been ranting and raving about. And then I'm taking probably a 2-week hiatus, mainly because it's finals week. And summer school finals week is even more hectic than normal finals week. So I'm not taking any chances. And we're just going to take a couple-week hiatus and be good to go. And then we'll be right back hot and heavy. Probably going right after, so not the 18th, it'll probably be the 26th of November, heading into, I want to say that Survivor Series for WWF, and I'm not too sure for WCW, but it is what it is. For the most part, you can catch me and interact with me best on TikTok, Max Wrestling UK. If you're not already following it on there, we're already past 1,150 followers, trying to get to 12 and above if we can. 10,000 is when the money starts rolling in, but we're a ways away from that. Thinking about going live for Death Before Dishonor, but we got to see what's going on. That is also my birthday, so I may actually not be watching that show. I may be out and about. Only time will tell. But yeah, other than that, I have an open challenge out for my television title. Guess what, though? This is not trivia style. You want to come at me PromoSlam? We do it promo style. So to my open challenger, get your promo game ready.
And you know what? TV title is normally just knowledge, so this will be the first time for promo, so I allow it.
There it is. Where's the gavel?
Oh.
So you got to say, I allow it. Then you got to bang the gavel.
I allow it.
There you go. Works beautiful.
Very loud bang. And with that said, join us next week for PromoSlam 2022, baby. Captain versus Walker, Phoenix versus Demoness, maybe. Walker versus Phoenix, and Moses versus who knows. And of course, SummerSlam predictions. We will see you there next week. You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Man.
Y'all know in 1996, Roddy Piper cut a music video at the end of a Nitro. Don't go watch it.
Did you know it's Shark Week this week?
No.